Hey, y'all. Listen, happy Friday. I'm so glad it's Friday, y'all. It's been a beautiful week for me, and I hope y'all been having a great week also. I'm just glad that y'all came through to spend some time with me on Friday for trending topics. We got some stuff to talk about. Yes, we do. Okay. It's trending topics, and the title is very simple: painful. Painful. It's painful. We're going to talk about it. You know, this Tyreek Hill arrest, the NFL player, I've been avoiding it for a little while because it's layered. It is layered. And why do I say it's layered? Because I think both sides had a lot of wrongs in it. Let me give y'all some simple advice. Every now and then, Diva, because I've been on this earth for a minute now, I got to give some simple advice. I got to just give a little bit of advice, right? And so my advice is that when the cops pull you over, don't get mouthy. Comply with their orders. See what happens, and just move on from there. He was a little mouthy, Tyreek. Then he rolled up his window. It was messy. It was painful, all of the aftermath, but it was messy. And I will say this, I'm not quite sure whether they knew or did not know. Well, I know they didn't, because it's so many different videos. They didn't really, some of them didn't know who he was, but then a cop actually recognized him. But he's fortunate, because I think if he was the average person, he might not have been here right now. Painful. We're going to talk about it. And I'm going to try to see. I've really been trying. I really want either a cop or an ex-cop to come up here, talk to us, and give us some tips. Because we got to be safe in these streets. We really, really do. And I think that both sides in this particular situation could have handled it differently, but we're going to talk about it. The title was painful, y'all. It's Friday night. Then we're going to talk about this Ray J and Prince's love. Like a lot of couples right now, those two are going through a tumultuous divorce. You want to know what's unfortunate? It's unfortunate when couples involve the kids. The kids are collateral damage. I wish that couples can uncouple nicely. I wish that the court will order, as soon as you say you're getting a divorce, you go and file that paperwork at the courthouse, and you have young kids. I wish the court will order automatic therapy. And I wish the court would give you a list of things that you cannot do to each other while going through this divorce, especially in front of the kids. It's horrible. I don't know what Ray J was thinking when he did this video, but it's messy, and he put the video out himself. So that tells you his thought process is off. I don't know how in his right mind he thought that video was okay. He's literally coaching and lying to the kids. You can infer, come to the conclusion that they had a physical altercation, Ray J and Princess. Because he told the kids, Mommy and Daddy was making a movie. You didn't see nothing. Mommy's good, I'm good. We was making a movie. Nobody got hurt. No need to call the cops. He said, You clear? You got it? I said, I had to listen several times. I said, am I going crazy? What's going on here? Is he serious? He was dead serious. And then his son was like, Daddy, I want to go to your house. The daughter in the background crying. Then he tells his son, go see about mommy. And he said he already did. He said, go see about her again because it's the right thing to do. No, sir, the right thing to do is not involve your kids in your nonsense. The right thing to do is, if you and your estranged wife, who you're getting a divorce from, y'all can't be around each other, get somebody to intervene and be the mediator, and they go get meet at McDonald's and exchange the kids. I'm sorry, it's dreadful, but you do something. You're putting hands on each other? Horrible. And I want to say it was this soccer player. I don't know. Listen, DV has been happening before I was born. It's going to probably happen way after I'm gone. But I just can't imagine people being so violent towards someone that they once loved, that they had children with. There's this soccer player, and he ain't on the docket tonight because sometimes I got to get my mind right to do these stories. He literally went to the daycare. He went to the daycare and brutalized his wife at the daycare. People need help. They're losing it. Losing it. Ray J is over. Princess Love gave you plenty of chances. Y'all two got two beautiful children together. Don't destroy the kids. It was painful to listen to that audio. And it broke my heart to think about just what's going on with the kids. Because that's an audio that we happen to hear. Can you imagine what else is going on that we haven't heard? Then we got Lil Wayne. This is another story I was kind of ignoring for a minute. Because I'm like, in the music industry, it seems like everybody's always beefing. It's always this side against that side. It's messy. Can we just go back to the time where people just did their music? But it also seems like that certain people run the industry. It ain't fair, but it is what it is. So it seems like Jay-Z, he runs a lot of things, has a lot of influence, has a lot of say. And as a result, if he says he wants XYZ to happen, it will happen. And so, they said that he wanted Kendrick Lamar to have the halftime show, and that's who got it. And Lil Wayne was heartbroken. And the only reason why I decided to do this story is because he spoke out. And when I listened to Lil Wayne speak out, it was painful. My heart broke for him. But then I thought about so many other people. I think a lot of times we let certain things break our soul. You didn't get the promotion, you're disappointed. You've been looked over for years. Didn't get the raise you want. Didn't get the bonus you want. Didn't get the job you want. They didn't pick you for the team. And it breaks you. It may be easy for me to say, and listen, I'll give you some comfort in knowing that for the most part, I think the older you get, the less you begin to take so much to heart and care about what other people think. I have entered that period of my life where the people can think what they want to think, they can say what they want to say, and I'm not going to let it break my soul. Because sometimes when people are miserable, they will try to put that misery on you. No, I'm going to live my good life. When God wake me up and I could breathe, I'm going to have the best day that I can possibly have. because I'm here. I think it's horrible when people want to break somebody's soul. He really said out of his own mouth, I'm gonna let you hear. It's just say he's broken, he's hurt over this, he's disappointed. But he thanked all the people that told him to keep his head up, that sent him well wishes, and said, this is not a reflection on you and that you're not good enough. And I thank God for the people in his life that let him know, keep your head up. Yes, misery loves company. It's sad. And I think that is going to come a time period when all of these people that are giants in the industry, that are breaking people's soul, they're going to get what's coming to them. They are. You know, this whole Diddy thing, one thing I got to tell you, let's be extremely clear. From everything we have heard about this man, a complete and total monster. He has broken many souls in this music industry. They say too much is given, much is required. He had the opportunity to impact, touch, and uplift so many individuals that came through his path under Bad Boy Records. And it appears like from everything we heard, instead of lifting them up, he tore them down, including his lovers, including the mother. At least we know, I'll say the mothers of his children. How does one get so sinister? How does one have just such a dark soul? How do you sleep at night just knowing that you are just doing these things to just everybody that comes past you? Well, on this Friday night, y'all know I have this song that I play every so often on my channel. It's called More Than Enough. On this Friday night, if you get nothing else from my live, I want y'all to get this. You're more than enough. So what? You didn't get the job you wanted. Don't let that define you. So what? The person you loved for years and then they left you, cheated on you, don't want you no more. You're still enough. I tell y'all all the time, if somebody is for the streets, release them back to the streets. Don't fight with the streets. The streets has a high record. I ain't about to fight with the streets. If you want to go back to the streets, go on. Set me free. And whoever you believe in, thank that. Thank God. Thank whoever you believe in. You remove that from me. I don't understand why. I'm hurt, but I'm gonna trust and believe. You're more than enough. If we was in church, in the church, they'd be like, look to your neighbor on your left, look to your neighbor on your right, and tell them you're more than enough. And by the way, speaking of church, before I bring the people in the building, let me say this. I'm going to give it to Shawnee's husband. What's his name again? Pastor what? I'm going to give it to him. Do you know he apologized to that woman that he told to hush up? Yes, he did. I'm going to find the video and I'll show it to you in another live. But he did apologize to her. He did. He said, I didn't realize how it was impacting you, so forth and so on. But I'm going to find it and probably show you in the next live. And when I saw that video, I appreciated him. He apologized because that was out of control. Keon, thank you, Deborah. Pastor Keon, he sure did. If you know what video I'm talking about, because we showed it here on one of my trending topics. And she was still screaming diva. Okay, I gotta find it. I just know he did apologize. He did apologize to her. And here's the thing too. Let me tell you something. I'm not a grudge holder. It serves no purpose. It really doesn't. As long as I know in my heart of heart, like you didn't really mean me no harm, to me, it's like no foul, no play. Like I'm not a grudge holder. I can let stuff go easy. Yeah. My friends sometimes they be like, girl, I'm like, no, I'm gonna let it go. But just because I let something go don't mean if you walked all over me, I'm gonna let you continue to walk over me. But I'm not gonna harbor on it and keep thinking about it and saying, oh, this person, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm gonna let it go. Let's move on. I'm 54, I ain't got time to be holding no grudges. By the way, that's another thing. If I could give you any tip in this world, don't hold grudges. It's gonna serve you no purpose. And the last thing, because I done talked enough, I'm about to bring the people in the building, but I'm going to manifest this and I'm going to put it out in the atmosphere. In 2025, I am going to do a meet and greet. It's going to be in the tri-state area because that's where I live. And it's going to be my first one. And I'm doing a little trial situation. So I am going to do a meet and greet in 2025. Date to be determined. I will let you know. I have to scout out some places on where I'm going to do it. It's probably going to be a brunch type situation. But anyway, people, it's that time. Y'all know what I need in the chat, right? I need a what? I need a choo-choo. All aboard, everybody. It is Friday night trending topics, and the title is called Painful. We're talking about the Tyreek Hill arrest, okay? Ray J and Princess Love and Lil Wayne's disappointment. I felt for him. I'm praying for him. I'm rooting for him because what you cannot do is let anybody break your soul. So all aboard, everybody. We about to get into this. Now, hold on one second because I want to play y'all a little something as I bring the people on in the building. Where we at? Where we at?
Forgive me for thinking less of myself. Forgive me for thinking that no one could ever love me. When you've been right here, right by my side, showing me that you would never leave me. I'm more than enough, he told me. More of you, he requires more of you. In time you will see, he's all that you need. He has been right there. You've been there. Forgive me for thinking less of myself. Oh, forgive me for thinking that no one could ever love me. When you've been right here, right by my side, oh, showing me that you would never leave me. I'm more than enough, he told me, more of you, he requires more of you. In time you will see he's all that you need. He has been right there. He's been there. You've been there. I'm sorry, Lord. Please forgive me. I should have seen it sooner. I should have known it sooner. I'm sorry, Lord. Please forgive me. I should have seen it sooner. I should have seen it sooner. More than enough, he told me. He told me. More of you, he requires more of you. You are more than enough, he told me. He told me, yeah. More of you, he requires more of you. In time you will see he's all that you need. He has been right there. He's been there. You've been there. You've been there.
All right, y'all. Hope y'all really enjoyed that song. We'll get into the Lil Wayne story. Yeah, he got an addiction problem, like a whole lot of the people in the industry, unfortunately. Yeah, it did take away from Kendrick Lamar's moment, but it's bigger than just Lil Wayne, right? Because Lil Wayne didn't really say anything. His friend said something first. So let's get into these stories, and let me see who I got here first. Let's do this Ray J and Prince's love situation, which broke my heart because the children are involved. When you want to act a fool in your relationship, and it's you and your man, or you and your girl, or you and your whomever, that's your business. But when you have children involved, you got a higher level of responsibility to get your life together because you're impacting these children. This is dreadful. A lot of times parents accuse the other parent of alienating the kid against them. This right here, I'm in shock still. In shock. It was painful. Painful to hear. But unfortunately, I know a lot of people in real life that go through said situations. Let me share a screen with y'all, and we're going to get right into this story. Okay, I don't know why my screen is a little frozen here. Let's see. We'll get into it. But the gist of it is, as I'm waiting for my screen to just catch up here with my computer, let's see what happens. The gist of it is that Ray J and Prince's love, he was at her house. They got into a situation. The kids were there. Ray J felt the need to record it. I don't know if he thought he was saving himself. So let's get into this. So Ray J blowout fight with Prince's love in front of kids. Never did nothing to mama is what he said. Okay. All right. So my screen is just acting up here. Let's see if it'll come back. Hold on one second. It froze for me. Maybe I'll try to bring it up in just another tab. Y'all just give me a second. I don't know why it's acting up there. And while I'm at it, y'all, and I'm pulling it back up. But now, just so you know, the other singer from the Dirty Money group, she's coming out and saying, we did that story yesterday. She's coming out and saying she never seen Diddy touch Cassie. This is just getting messier and messier as the time go along. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can get back into this Ray J story. Here we go. Okay, so let me stop sharing this screen and I will come back and share again. So Ray J blowout fight with Princess Love in front of the kids never did nothing to mama. Ray J and Princess Love had a blowout fight in front of their kids late Thursday, and Ray J is on video coaching the children as to what they saw and didn't see. The video recorded by Ray J sounds like a lawyer leading the witness. You hear Ray J telling the kids they didn't see daddy put hands on mommy and vice versa. He waits for them to respond before making the next point. I'm going to play it for you. And Ray J says, we're just making a movie. We're just playing. That's what he told the kids, okay?
I just want to make sure are you good? Dada never did nothing to anybody, right? Mama never did nothing to me. Dada never did nothing to mama, right? Everything.
Are you hearing? I don't know why my internet is acting up tonight. Can y'all still hear it?
Everything is safe.
Now
have
we can.
Have my mama or mama put hands on Dada? No, right? Okay, so there's no reason to call the police, right? We're just making a movie. We're just playing, okay?
Can we go to your house?
We can go to my house, but I just want to make sure everything is safe here with Melody and everybody.
Oh, can we go to my house? But can we go to your house right now?
Go get you a sweater. Go get a sweater and we'll go. But nothing crazy has happened. I got it all on tape. All right, so let's get you let's put on your shoes. I gotta leave, baby. I don't want anything that. Everything's okay. I just want to make sure everything is safe. I love your mom. Your mom loves me. No, I love your mom. Your mom loves me. I just want to keep it documented that nothing is happening and that we both respect each other and love each other. This was just a pretend thing, okay? We just had an argument, okay? I don't want it to get out of hand, and I wanted to make sure it's recorded and seen so we're all super safe. Just because somebody has a disagreement doesn't mean anything, you know? Calling the police over a disagreement is loud, and I'm not with that, okay? I love you. Your mom loves you. Did you check on your mom? Go check on her one more time. Tell her you're going with Dada. Go do it one more time and tell her you're going with Dada. You have to one more time so she knows you're going with me, okay? That's the right thing to do. Huh? We're just going. Everything's fine. It was just pretend, okay, baby? Everything's fine. I want Epic to just tell Mama that he's going with me so Mama knows what's going on. Okay? And don't. It's not like that, baby. I love you.
How sad is that? Ray J went live on social media with the video, with social media account Live Bites, capturing the 2-minute clip. It's clear the kids are upset. And when Ray J tells them he's leaving the house, you hear one of them burst into tears. At one point, he says to the kids, ages 4 and 6, there's no reason to call the police. We're just playing, okay? It's unclear if one of the kids called 911 or attempted to call. Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ Princess Love did call the cops and they came to the house, but left shortly thereafter. And this is what Princess Love put on her social media. This is the only time I'm going to address this. I've been trying my best to be the bigger person and just walk away peacefully. But what you're not going to do is traumatize, manipulate, and gaslight my kids when you can't do it to me anymore. I'll save my videos for the judge. Princess Love has already reacted to the viral video, saying she's not going to let anyone traumatize, manipulate, and gaslight her kids, clearly implying Ray J did in fact get into some kind of altercation with her before these clips were shot. She adds she has her own videos, which she's saving for court. Ray J and Princess Love are in the middle of a contentious divorce. They reached out to both Ray J's team, and so far, no word back. This is super sad. I'll stop sharing my screen. And who do we have here? Savannah, what are your thoughts?
Diva, this has to be one of the most disturbing videos that I have seen on the internet in the year 2024. These children are traumatized. This is absolutely child A. I'm wondering why protective services hasn't been called. Will they need to be involved? Clearly something happened. Of course something happened in front of the children, because those children were crying with fear and they didn't know who were their protector. Where was the mom? And I've never seen a show involved any of them, so I don't know their history, but I do know that they've been going back and forth with a toxic relationship, unhealthy relationship. And I think Ray J's been on a downward spiral this whole year, with the Club Shay Shay interview, the Breakfast Club, the fight with the Zeus owner that we discussed here a month ago or so. This man, grown a man, is out of control, and he definitely should have been had some charges on him. I don't know why. If the police were called, were the children not protected and he not questioned as well? So it's like we're missing some of this story, but this is absolutely disturbing.
Very disturbing and so heartbreaking for the kids. Felicia, your thoughts?
Good evening, everybody, and happy Friday. And I hope you all survived the week with your jobs intact, your family intact, and with a plan for the future. You know, this is wrong on both sides. Because I heard you read her statement.
Mm-hmm.
She said she got videos. So this wasn't the first go to the circus.
Oh, my God.
We've been here many times, and she's been recording. She said she was gaslighted, though. So I don't know. Do you record and gaslight, then get record? I don't know. But I know what the truth is. The truth is that your children are extremely traumatized. So I don't know what they saw, but what they saw has them frightened. And they are deeply afraid. And they really don't want to go with the dad and leave the mother. And they want somebody to step in and say, okay, we're going to protect you. We're going to love and protect you and remove you from this environment. And I'm not talking about CPS. I'm talking about another family member. Somebody is coming in there and saying, no, we're going to take these kids for a weekend. We're going to give everybody a time out here so we can figure out what needs to be done. I don't think any of us are not aware that Ray J does have a substance abuse problem. But I need all these people with the substance abuse problems and some resources to go get into some good counseling, go into some serious rehab and turn their lives around. They're not the only ones in the struggle. I could raise my hand right now. I'm in the struggle. There's people in the chat in the struggle. We're not going around beating people up and doing all this dope. We're praying up, we're getting up, going out there, putting one foot in front of the other, and holding on to our faith and keeping our family close and trying to love the people around us as we move through the day. This other stuff is nonsense. So she waiting for the judge, and I'm like, well, wait a minute, girl. What happened to 911? When you upstairs calling the police? How do you leave your children down there with someone who is not in their right mind? Oh, no. It's wrong on both sides, in my opinion. I'm done.
Appreciate you. Tay, your thoughts?
Hello, everybody. How dare you, Ray J, want to get your kids to lie on the video while you lie? Those kids traumatized. You put fear in them. These babies gonna need therapy for the rest of their life because you put your hand on their mama. You supposed to be a man. A man never put his hand on a woman. Keep your hands to yourself and also to yourself. We all see what happened to Cassie with D do to her right there. Those kids fear their life. They say they want to go with you. And you said to tell them, we just make a movie. That ain't no movie. That's a real life right there. You put your hands on those kids. Put on their hands on their mama. Did your mama teach you better than that? She ain't raised no fool. Put his hand on a woman like that. Shame on you, Ray. Shame on you. Like I said before, Diva, he is wild. Way back in those early days. And now he taking what he ain't supposed to take. That's all, Diva.
I appreciate you. Wayne, you're up.
You know, he sounds like, he sounds like he did something really bad. And knowing that he could go to jail. So trying to get the kids together with the story, calmed them down, kept saying, no, we don't need to call 911. We were acting, and I don't know what kids know about acting and all that, but evidently this sounds like he crossed his line. He crossed the line somewhere, and it's like he's telling us, I've gone too far. This can't go to the police. Because what they do, they'll arrest him. And he don't want that to happen. So and the recording, we just saw what we saw. What extra is the recording going to show? They've already showed he's trying to gaslight these kids and tell them you didn't see what you saw. And it was disturbing to them enough. When kids, you can tell when kids are just crying and whining, but you can tell when something's wrong, when they're crying like that. A parent knows the children, and when they cry, and we, those of us who have children, and I'm sure when a child cries in a certain way, it's something wrong. Something that happened. So he was trying to pull this together before it goes farther. I won't say too far because it needs to be addressed, because you're just in front of kids. When I was married, we never had arguments in front of our kids. And as a result, they turned out to be decent human beings. They could never say that dad raised his hand or mama raised her hand at dad. So they don't have that etched in their mind. I hear people say, when I was a little girl or a little boy, my dad did this or my mom did this. This stuff stay in their mind. And not only that, you wonder why when people are abused, and I think that was abusive to the children.
Yes, it was.
And unfortunately, sometimes if they get older, if like Tay said, if they don't get some therapy or something like that, that same kind of, I'll call it spirit for, just for lack of words, be on them, and they grow up in that, and then they become abusers in some kind of way. So all around, it's not good for any of them. I hope he gets, they get some therapy before weapons start flying, and just because when you're under the influence and you do crazy stuff, you just don't know what's going to happen. So I'm just hoping that he gets some therapy, somebody gets some therapy, that it doesn't go that far. It's bad enough where you're fighting, you're arguing and stuff like that, but it doesn't need to go to the point somebody's unalived. I'm done.
I appreciate you, Wayne. And so the cops came. So that's a major problem too, right? The cops came and they left. But you gaslighting the kids by telling them we making a movie. I mean, are your kids, your kids ain't dumb. Go ahead, Julius.
I'm starting to see why. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
I'm starting to see why Brandy is keeping her distance. She has
And he
not,
said that out his own mouth.
he
Said that out his own mouth.
He
So
said
go ahead, Julius.
he has not seen his sister Brandy in close to a year. He says he misses his sister. But you know what? Brandy has tried with him. Miss Sonia and Elder Norwood have tried with him. They are tired. And they are like, until he hits the trenches of rock bottom, they're not saving him. Because he is deliberately, purposely choosing these substances and acting this way. And I could see why I'm sure it hurts her to keep her distance from her brother, because they are two peas in a pod. But there comes a time to where you can no longer, you gotta love from a distance, and Brandy is in that place. And I'm pretty sure Mama Norwood, Miss Sonia, she's not pleased. And she's probably torn in between a rock and a hard place at the fact, I love my son, but I cannot condone these actions. And believe it or not, her and Princess did not get along at all in the beginning of their relationship. They did not, but I did hear that they had patched things up. And I think for the parents, they're like, we have done all we can do. We can't do anymore. And so I want to give Princess encouragement. I was going to come a little bit negative. I'm going to admit that. But I want to give her encouragement. Princess, now enough is enough. We have all heard that recording of your baby crying traumatizingly his or her heart out. And as a guarding mechanism, you need to take hold of that, get you into your babies into therapy, get emergency custody, make sure his rights is temporarily, permanently terminated, hijack the divorce process, put your pedal to the metal, and go forth and get a temporary, permanent restraining order for you and your babies.
You know what? Come on, Julius. I like that advice. You awake tonight. It's Friday night and it is your night.
Because
I like that advice. I like that advice. Go ahead.
Them babies seen him lay hands on her.
Allegedly.
Them babies seen it. And I believe, if I'm right, it was the baby girl, the 4-year-old, said, that's my mom. That's my. She's like, I felt like I was hearing her. You leaving? Are you going to lay hands on me too? I felt like she was about to say that. So, Princess, I say again, get a temporary, permanent restraining order for you and your babies. Get a temporary, permanent custody thing in place for you to have sole legal and physical custody of your babies.
She got to save herself and save her baby. So let me just Julius, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. You are I love that advice. Many people are saying in the chat that, which is a true story, she married this man, the man that pushed her in the pool on TV for all of us to see. But I do want to remind y'all, I want to say he was an NFL player, and he knocked out his at the time girlfriend, and there was footage, and then in the elevator, and then dragged her out of said elevator. And this young lady married him after that. We're going to have a Diva Town Hall one day and just keep it real. Come on. CJ, I appreciate you. Ray Rice. He cold knocked her out. She wasn't married to him at the time. And thank you. And they were married the next month. Ladies, we have got to check ourselves. You are more than enough. Love yourself.
Don't be foolish and settling for scrubs.
Push you in a pool and you still marry him. This man went behind your back and trademarked your government name. Or your name, your stage name, whatever. He trademarked your name. So that everything you do, he gonna own it pretty much. And you can't do nothing with your own name because this man trademarked it. This is the man that you laid down with. This is the man you had babies with. And this is the man now that is telling your babies they didn't see what they saw. Katrina, your thoughts?
Good advice, everybody on the panel. But she get no grace from me. She saw how he treated Tierra Marie. She saw how he treated the other girl, I forgot her name, that was on there. She thought that she won a prize. She, like you said, he pushed her in the pool. Well, she threw a wine in his face, and he pushed her in the pool, but I don't think he was trying to push her in the pool, but you still ended up in the pool. Then he left you in Las Vegas while you was pregnant. You was on live talking about that. They play games. They saying they're going to get a divorce, then they're not going to get a divorce. All for this Zeus show. Remember, they own Zeus, too. So maybe it is for a show because I don't put nothing past neither one of them because both of them act like they ain't got good sense. Don't get me wrong. I'm not coming for the woman. The only people I'm coming for is for the children. Maybe the children need somebody to step in to take them away because they're both acting weird. It ain't just Ray J. We already know what Ray J do. We seen Ray J. We been knowing what Ray J do when he did the Ray J of Love and all that stuff. These type of women. Like I said, she knew exactly what she got when she married him, but yet and still she married him anyway after seeing how dirty and how nasty he treated Tierra Marie on camera when he was showing the yeast. I don't know if I can say that. The medication for the vaginal area. Put it that way. And you saw this, and you laughed at it. But now who's getting laughed at? You. Then, like you said, Diva, you let this man trademark your name without going to try to fight it. You allowed this to happen. You allowed Ray J to do all these things. So no, she don't get no grace from me because she play games too. The only people that get grace is those two kids, and hopefully somebody will step in and take them, or step in and guide them, or something. And for Sonya, the mom saying that she's upset, well, you allowed Ray J to get away with all this stuff because Ray J was making the money, so you allowed this to happen as well. So no, I wish the kids would get some stability. And the police came out, they didn't see anything, then nothing happened, and they just went away without taking the kids, without calling CPS. So what's really going on? It's something going on. Like I said, Princess is not that innocent. So I'm not saying that no man got a right to put his hands on no woman. Don't get me wrong. Princess is not that innocent. So if anything, I wish the kids get some help. Somebody needs to step in and get the kids. Because Ray J is out of control and Princess is out of control. If you see some of the things that she do behind the scenes, because I've been watching Love and Hip Hop and watching her, because she used to dance out there in Las Vegas. She was with that Mayweather man. She was with him first. The boxer. She was with him first. She got some of his money and left, and she went to California where Ray J them was. Like I said, it's a lot of stuff that goes on with that, and I'm not saying that she can't change it whatsoever, but they both play games, and the only people that I'm concerned about is them two little kids that's on there crying, saying that this happened. You telling them that, and why are you recording that anyway? That's what I don't understand. You telling on yourself, unless you're doing this for the show, the same way you was fighting with Lemmy. Lemmy is the person over Zeus. Ray J done play too many games to be on these reality shows, so you don't know what's real and what's not. I don't understand, but we just worried about the kids. Them two, they can fly away like two birds. We just got to worry about the children and who needs to be over the kids, because both of them got some issues. That's all I got, Diva.
Appreciate you. Miss Mo Better, women have to learn that if a man mistreats one woman, he will mistreat the rest. Live and learn, ladies. I concur with that.
Diva, can I share something else if I may?
Yes.
I want to say this to both my brothers and my sisters. Don't be foolish in settling for scrubs. That goes both ways. Us as a society, we've been foolish lately, and we've been settling. No more of that. It's time to level up.
All right. Thank you, Julius. I'm gonna move on into the next story, and I guess I'm gonna do this Tyreek Hill story next. I want to say this in terms of
Wait a
Princess.
minute, Diva. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but somebody put in the chat why black women blame other black women when they're being abused. I'm not blaming her. I'm just saying she knew what the situation she got in when she married him. She knew what he did to these other women. So I'm not blaming another black woman. I don't care if she's orange. I don't care if she's pink. I don't care if she's white. She knew exactly what she got in when she married this man. She knew what type of person Ray J was, but she thought it was all fun and games until it started happening to her. I'm not blaming no other woman. I'm just blaming her for the situation she put herself in. That's the thing. I don't blame no woman for being abused. I don't care if the woman is white, green, purple, yellow, orange. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is she knew exactly what she was getting into when she married Ray J, because we saw on TV how Ray J treated the women. That's what I'm saying. So I'm not blaming no woman, no black woman. And I am a black woman. That's all I got, Diva.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Whew. All right. We're gonna go ahead and roll into this Tyreek Hill story. Okay, he's an NFL player. He was on his way to his game. The cop said he was speeding. I hope my thing did not kick out of it. Let's just see. Nope. Here we go. All right. So Tyreek Hill, cop who cuffed star, has a history, complaints, reprimands, and suspensions. Okay, so he got arrested. He told the cop, what did I do? We're gonna see it. We're gonna watch. The cop who put his knee in Tyreek Hill's back and aggressively slapped handcuffs on the NFL superstar during a traffic stop last weekend has been accused of excessive force in the past. TMZ Sports has learned. According to Miami-Dade Police Department records were obtained, Officer Danny Torres has received numerous complaints since joining the MDPD back in October 1996. So hopefully my computer's acting right. We're going to see this. Just 1 minute. Let me get to that where I can skip the ad. It doesn't have sound until he actually pulls him over. They're showing you an arrow there that's Tyreek's car speeding. He goes after him on his motorcycle. He's going to catch up to him and tell him to pull over. He doesn't have his seatbelt on.
How's there speeding? Go forward. Yeah, we got him here. 6 o'clock. Hey, don't knock on my window like that, man. Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Don't knock on my window. Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Don't knock on my window like that, no. Like what? Don't knock on my window like that. Why you have it up? Don't knock on my window like that. Why you have it up? I have to knock to let you know I'm here. That way you can lower it and talk to you. Just get my ticket, bro, so I can go. I'm gonna be late, gang. Do what you gotta do. Keep it down. Hey, keep your window down. Hey, keep your window down. Keep your window down. I'm gonna get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car right now. We're not playing this game. Get out. 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 Damn. What part of blood don't you understand? Hey, Drew. Hey, Drew. I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting arrested. I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting up, bro. God damn, twin. When we tell you to do something, you do it. You understand?
I'm getting up.
You understand? Not what you want, but what we tell you. You're a little fucking confused.
I'm getting out, bro.
Too late.
Chill,
Too late.
All right, bro. Take me to jail, bro. Do what you gotta do, bro.
We are. We will.
Good, bro.
It is good.
Hey, Drew, hey.
Don't worry about it. I hung up the phone. Stop crying.
Bro, y'all.
Don't move.
Good. Bro, you beating on my window like you crazy.
You set him up?
Why y'all beating on my window like y'all crazy for? Damn, yo, bro. Bro, what's going on? Bro, dude, beating on my window like he crazy. I ain't do nothing, twin. Damn.
Hey, don't park there. Don't park there.
Hey. Hold on, twin. Hold on, bro. I just had surgery on my knee. bro. I just had surgery on my knee, bro.
I just heard you in your ears when we
Bro, chill, bro. Hey, Joe New, bro.
Back up.
Hey, call Drew.
Back up right now. Back up right now. Get back.
His other teammate.
I'm telling you, go back. I don't have to talk to you. Go back. Go back. Wait, pass a card.
You need to step down.
You want to be in handcuffs too? All right, then back up. We're not playing this game here, man.
Well, I just want to know what happened.
It's not your business. Keep going back. Hey, get back in your car before you get a ticket. Get back in your car and leave. You gotta go before you get a ticket.
I'm not driving.
Who's the driver?
This is my car.
All right, move. You gotta move right now. Let me have your license. You get a ticket too.
Another teammate.
Let me have your license. You get a ticket. Let me have your license.
I'm leaving.
I'm not playing. Let me have your license.
Leaving. Yo, what's
Your
going
license
on?
right now.
Sir, what's going on,
Your
man?
license right now. You're not gonna give me your license? You're not gonna give me your license?
I'm leaving.
Let me have
I'm
your license.
leaving,
Your
man.
license right now.
Sir,
Hey, your license right now.
I'm leaving.
Or I'm gonna lock you up. Your license right now.
You just told me to
Your
leave.
license right now. You're dealing with me now.
Sir.
Your license right now. We're not playing this game here, man.
Whew, this is a mess. It went to heck in a handbag real quick. The record showed that on 6 separate occasions, he was accused of misconduct, including forced violations as well as improper procedures. Torres was also investigated for his use of force at least 13 times as well. The record shows he has been disciplined quite a bit in his decades-long career too, receiving written reprimands as well as multiple suspensions, with one ban in 2018 lasting 20 days. It should be noted, though, Torres has also received over 24 commendations during his tenure, including one award for professionalism in May 2023. Torres is currently on administrative duties as NDPD officials have launched an investigation into his behavior during the traffic stop involving Hill outside of Hard Rock Stadium last Sunday. Hill has claimed Torres was too rough for him during the incident and believed the actions should have led to his firing. Torres' ref, meanwhile, have argued his conduct was justified due to Hill's lack of cooperation at the scene and have asked for his reinstatement. Hill was given 2 citations during the encounter, one for careless driving and one for a seatbelt violation. He has since played in both of the Dolphins games, logging 154 receiving yards on 10 catches. Whew, it's a mess. It's a lot. Savannah, you're up. What are your thoughts?
Well, David, that was a hard Sunday for me because I am from Miami-Dade County and I am a true Dolphin to heart. So that 27-year career veteran of the Miami PD, Torres, has had a long history of disciplinary actions. He was cited 6 times for disciplinary issues, 4 reprimands, 4 5-day suspensions, 1 10-day suspension, 1 20-day suspension. And then he was on the receiving end of 6 separate complaints by private citizens, as well as 10 disciplinary actions. And out of all those incidents, 13 of them involved force that entailed pushing, pulling, striking, hitting, were all found in his files. Some of these resulted in injuries. So now, so he is placed on administrative leave. However, the other 3, so there was a total of 6 cops involved. All the cops were Cuban. In South Florida, first of all, there's no way you don't know who Tyreek Hill is in South Florida. Tyreek Hill is a menace. He thinks he runs the city. That's not his only fast car that he rides. That road goes straight to Hard Rock, to the stadium. So, because I go to the stadium at least twice a year. I'm going in November and again in December. And that road goes to Hard Rock. It is full of cops. It is true that he was speeding. However, the moment they yanked him out of the car, everything and nothing else matters. It is like Tyreek, he has the upper hand on them now. The other 4 cops that were initially on him, because not only was Tyreek arrested, the defensive tackle Campbell, he was arrested as well. And then the tight end Smith came up on the scene as well. They were going to arrest him. He went to the stadium. He was allowed to leave. Campbell got released. Tyreek also got released, but those 2 fines that he got are going to be thrown out. NFL is now involved. They want all 4 cops that were involved at the scene as far as physically touching the players. I know Torres, they're looking to get him relieved, like kicked off the force, fired, and no pension because he's almost a 30-year vet. there seems to be a gang of Cuban cops, and there is a clear division and distinction between Cubans and African Americans in South Florida. This has not been there is a racial divide between these two cultures, and this is just one of those. It's unfortunate, and the city of Miami is PO'd. I mean, they are just hot. They want the mayor to suspend all 4 cops, rightfully so. Thank God we won the game, and Tyreek had a great game. But that the Dolphins, the NFL is involved, and I know this went all the way up to the governor. So more to follow on that one.
Ooh, this is something else. Felicia, your thoughts?
Well, I'm very clear, and I've been watching this. Okay. You don't take that white man's $30 million investment and throw it down the ground like it's an empty bottle of soda, honey. No, you don't. No, you don't. That's $30 million. You roughing up out there over, you don't have a seatbelt on and you were speeding. As I understand, when you're in that kind of a car, if I'm not mistaken, it's something called a McLaren or something, it's already going to go fast. Just because you got it there, it's going to go fast.
Oh.
Now, for those who may not want to hear the facts, these are the facts. Those police officers, or whatever you call these people on these scooters, they know everybody part of that Dolphin organization. They know all the players. They know what they drive. They know what time they show up, because they also go there for practice. Okay. So you're sitting there and you're having a really bad day, and you decide you're going to stop this one player. Maybe because we see Tyreek, go do what you got to do, man. So you don't feel like hearing that today. But you should have thought about when you were throwing that $30 million investment on the ground. Oh, no. It's a wrap. It should have been a wrap. That's why Savannah is all the way up to the governor. They didn't want that person being employed for not 1 minute more than was necessary last week, Sunday. The thing about these NFL players, they know what they eat, where they sleep, where they live, where they're going, where they're not going. That's why they have those police officers there to protect the players when they're coming in, not to be roughing people up.
Okay, I'm following.
Part of the infrastructure of what makes this happen. Savannah just told you that's the road for the NFL players to pull up into the stadium to go to work. And I know that Officer Torres knows that. He's nearly 3 decades down there working.
Yeah. Okay, I'm with you. Y'all got me.
Now you're going to rump him up. You're going to talk bad. You're going to speak to him disrespectfully. And then you're going to get nasty with his colleagues, who are another $100 million.
Oh, my
How
God.
stupid are you? And as I understand it, according to Tyreek, his mama pulled over and they tried to get nasty with her. Okay? And if I was Tyreek's mother, I would have pulled over too. Okay? That's an investment there. You don't be throwing around an investment like that. You wouldn't have treated that car like that. So you got an issue. You write it up. You say, it's a bit of a problem. Somebody come talk to him. Maybe he needs to slow down. Maybe he needs somebody drive him in, whatever it is. But it was game day. If I'm not mistaken, it was opening season. They were all hyped up, ready to go play this game. I can't believe he's still on administrative duty getting paid. And can we talk about all these people that he has violated over 3 decades?
Oh, my God.
He's been rogue out here for too long. But look what they're doing to him. And this is what we often talk about up here. There go your pension, baby. There you go. Wait, they don't want you to get a pension, have no benefits. They're going to have him out there looking for one of them boats to paddle back to Cuba with, because that's all he's going to have going forward. I'm done with these folks roughing folks up. I know he knew who he was. And you are trying to control and dominate, and oh no, So yeah, we know who Tyreek is too. But on that day, he was going to work. He's the $30 million investment. You don't throw him around the ground, try to hurt him, get him hurt, and then he can't play. Do these people understand how many millions of dollars is spent on game day Sunday? Clearly they don't. So they got to go. And even if they get to keep their jobs, they're not going to be assigned to that nice cushy spot no more. I'm done.
You said that. I appreciate you, Felicia. Katrina, your thoughts?
I'm with Savannah and Felicia. But I understand the police officer. He knocking on the window saying, let your window down. His windows are very, very tinted, so the police can't see up in there. But after, like Savannah said, when he pulled him out the car that way, you was way too aggressive. Then you go up to these people, give me your license, give me your license. The man's like, I'm leaving. If this man didn't do anything wrong, what you need his license for? You didn't stop him. He came down there to check on his football mate. He was trying to see what's going on. What's going on? What's happening? And we already know what happened to black people when they get by the cops, and he being that aggressive. Anything could happen. I'm glad everybody was out there, because who to say what's going to happen? Because this man was way too aggressive. He was crazy. And then he'll probably just leave that department and go to another police department, because they all hire him that way. You look at the other ones that did all the stuff that they did. Look at the ones that did at that Floyd man. Look how many reprimands he had, and he still had his job. Look all the chaos he was causing, and he still had his job. I'm glad those people did stop to make sure that nothing happened to him. Yes, he should have wind his window down. He should have did what the police asked him to do. But then you getting all like you getting on the dang man window and stuff. But get on out the car, get on out the car. You hitting on his windows and stuff like that. I've been upset too. Especially like they say, you know who this person is. And just because that person has that clout doesn't mean they're above the law either. But what I'm saying is you was way too aggressive. You was way out of it. You should have called somebody else. Well, he had other people on the scenes. They could have took over, because this man was way out of it. He was way out of it. And that's just crazy for him to be. That's why I understand how some of these people have pows in their possession. I'm just glad the other people that was out there was making sure that everything is okay. And like Felicia said, if that's my child, you know me. You know I'm stopping. I'm finna see what's going on. I don't care if you are the police. You're not finna rough up my child. Not in front of my face, you're not. Me and my child both would be in the clanker, because I'm not finna let him take that ride by himself, especially for speeding and a seatbelt. Be for real. And how did you even know that he didn't have a seatbelt? How you was looking in that car that close when them windows was that tinted? How did you know that he didn't have on a seatbelt? But either way, I'm glad they won the game, Savannah, for you in Miami. And he was talking about his knees, how he was playing football. He just said he had knee surgery. Anyway, um, I'm glad they won the game, and for the police officer to get their disciplinary actions, because yes, you went too far, and you got a problem. You the type person that don't need to be on the force. That's why police officers get the raps that they get, because of police officers like this. That's all I got, Diva.
I appreciate you. Tay, you're up.
I agree with Savannah, Felicia, and Cass right here, because this is too much right here. We always see our people get down by the police every time we see this. Every time. Just be nice to people. That's all you gotta do. Just be nice. Don't be aggressive. Don't be this right here. That's all you gotta do. Just be nice. Just be polite. Yeah, we you should know who this man is anyway. Yeah, like Cass said, how you know he didn't had seatbelt? You probably pull him over. I don't know, probably 3 times or 4 times. Don't know about that right there. That's all, Diva.
I appreciate you. Wayne, you're up.
This just sounds like a big group of the good old boys. Because all the other cops behind, I think they buddies. And Torres is the leader. You heard when the guy when he said, he was going to He said, I'll leave with something like that. And he said, no, I'm talking to you. He said, I'm talking to him, but I'm talking to you right now. I'm not right in front of the other cop. So he must be the most senior of the cops in that group and got them in check as well. Not only whether his knees, I mean, if he could have had the surgery earlier, so he would be able to play now. But if that man had got hurt, seriously hurt, that's money gone from Miami. That's money gone from him. I don't know if they'd still be obligated to pay him his salary. But as a result of something like that, like Felicia said, these people are investments. And this needs to go, I mean, if you don't get good results at the governor, even further. Because what's going to happen, how in the world can you get 24 medals for professionalism and equally amounts of suspensions against you? That don't make sense. So this has to go further, because if it stays within this system, all this is going to be, oh, okay, you taken care of, we got you. Going to take this vacation for 20 days. So I'd like to see him. I'm not going to say, well, yeah, I will say, I'd like to see him lose his job to make up for all the other people he injured and abused. But what they'll probably do is tell him to resign, offer him a nice retirement package.
Keep his pension.
Yeah, and keep his pension to satisfy the people to say he's gone. But he's going to be gone nicely. 30 years. That's, I'm sure he's probably close to retirement age anyway. They've been putting up with this mess knowingly. But if this man stays on the force, I think we're going to start hearing things about people who were unalived, and it's going to be because they resisted. They did this, they did that. So he'll be covered. So if they don't do something, they're going to have this bad apple, just causing all this disturbance.
Thank you, Wayne. Julius, you're up.
Ego trip. Ego trip. It's like an officer where I live was on an ego trip, planting evidence, thinking he can just overpower somebody. Ego trip is a serious thing, and it needs to be put a stop to. And unfortunately, us men of color, mainly us men of color, are affected by it the most. Because we seen videos of the uppity white people fighting the cops, taking them on, tussling, even spitting on them. And were they aggressively taken to the ground and arrested? Nope. But this man driving to fulfill his work requirement, it baffles my mind. So this man was definitely scoping out to be on an ego trip. Well, guess what? Like the saying goes, when you fluff around long enough, you eventually gonna find out. Well, guess what? Now he finding out.
Whew, thank you, Julius. 48, thank you so much for the super chat. I don't know if y'all remember, because Felicia reminded me the other day. It was a while ago. I think it was sometime last year. I saw the video with his wedding party. If I remember correctly, they were from New York. They went to a bar after the wedding was over. They were all pissy drunk. They got into an actual scuffle with the police, and all of them lived. All of them lived. They was kicking and actually fighting the police,
That was my reference.
and all of them lived. I'm going to go ahead and roll into this last story. Make sure y'all hit the like button. And this Lil Wayne, listen, none of us are perfect. We all make mistakes. Does he have issues? Yes. I don't think that he was so much hating on Kendrick Lamar. I think it was more about, this is where I'm from. I thought since I'm from here, I would have got the gig, right? Let's take a listen, and then we'll talk about it. And this is the gig for the halftime show for the Super Bowl.
First of all, I want to say forgive me for the delay. The delay on, just the delay. I want to say I had to, first of all, I had to get strength. I had to get strength enough to do this without breaking. I must say thank you. I must say thank you to every voice, every opinion, all the care, all the love, and the support out there. Is your words turn into arms, and it held me up when I try to fall back. That hurt a lot. You know what I'm talking about? It hurt a whole lot. I blame myself for not being mentally prepared for a letdown, and for just automatically mentally putting myself in that position, like somebody told me that was my position. So I blame myself for that. But I thought that was nothing, I thought that was nothing better than that spot and that stage and that platform in my city. And so it hurt. It hurt a whole lot. But y'all are fucking amazing. It made me feel like shit not getting this opportunity. And when I felt like shit, you guys reminded me that I ain't shit without y'all. And that's an amazing reality. So, like I said, it broke me, and I'm just trying to put me back together. But my God, have you all helped me. Thanks to all my peers, my friends, my family, my homies on sports television, and everybody repping me. I really appreciate that. I really do. I feel like I let all of y'all down by not getting that opportunity. But I'm working on me, and I'm working. So, thank you.
I felt bad for him. Let me just hold on one second. So her Lil Wayne reflects on Super Bowl 2025 halftime show going to Kendrick Lamar. He said, "It broke me." Lil Wayne is big time bummed. The rap superstar had been actively campaigning to headline the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show in his native New Orleans, right? So it wasn't just about, oh, I want this. He felt like they're having it in his native place, and he thought he would be the great pick for the job. But instead, it was announced last Sunday that another hip-hop giant, Kendrick Lamar, would be running the biggest stage in the game on February night at the Caesars Superdome. While this week, everyone from Nicki Minaj and Drake to Cash Money Records co-founder Birdman and New Orleans entertainment ambassador Master P has been criticizing the choice of K. Dot, a Compton, California native who previously appeared at the 2022 Super Bowl halftime show as part of Dr. Dre-led hip-hop blowout. Wayne himself didn't break his silence into an Instagram post on Friday morning. First of all, I want to say forgive me for the delay. I had to get the strength enough to do this without breaking, said a downcast Wayne, 41, sitting on a couch in front of a frame making of Carter 6 poster. I must say thank you to every voice, every opinion, all the care, all the love and support out there. Your words turned into arms and held me up when I tried to fall back. Then, as a rapper born Dwayne Michael Carter Jr. is also known, shared just how hurt he was by the decision made by Jay-Z and his Rock Nation company, which has partnered with the NFL to produce the Super Bowl halftime show since the 2020 co-headlining pairing of Jennifer Lopez and Shakira. That hurt. It hurt a lot. You know what I'm talking about. It hurt a whole lot, said a clearly wounded Wayne. I blame myself for not being mentally prepared for a letdown and for automatically mentally putting myself in that position like somebody told me that was my position. So I blame myself for that. But he continued, I thought that was nothing better than that spot and that stage and that platform in my city. So it hurt. It hurt a whole lot. But Wayne's obvious disappointment was also tempered by his deep appreciation for the love he received from his fans and fellow rappers, including Cameron, Mace, Boozy Badass. But y'all are effing amazing, he said. It made me feel like, hey, not getting this opportunity. And when I felt like, you know what, you guys reminded me that I ain't black without y'all. And that's an amazing reality. So like I said, it broke me and I'm trying to put me back together, Wayne added. But my God, have y'all all helped me. Thanks to all of my peers, my friends, my family, my homies on the sports television and everybody repping me. I really appreciate that. I really do. I feel like I let all of you down by not getting the opportunity, but I'm working on me. So thank you. In February, Lil Wayne confessed to converting the Super Bowl halftime spot in his hometown. I will not lie to y'all. I have not got a call, he said, on YG's 400 podcast, but we are all praying. We're keeping our fingers crossed. I'm working hard. I'm going to make sure the next album and everything I do is killer. So I'm going to make it very hard for them. I want to just make it hard for them not to highlight the boy. In a statement announcing his headline booking at the Super Bowl halftime show, which is presented by Apple Music, Lamar said, rap music is still the most important genre today, and I'll be there to remind the world why they got the right one. Jay-Z also released a statement in support of the Not Like Us rapper getting the prize gig. Kendrick Lamar is truly a once-in-a-generation artist and performer, he said. His deep love for hip-hop and cultures informs his artistic vision. He has an unparalleled ability to define and influence culture globally. Kendrick's work transcends music, and his impact will be felt for years to come. Listen, I will say this. Lil Wayne, he has his struggles, but I thought his message was heartfelt. He didn't say anything about Kendrick Lamar and how he shouldn't have got it and how he should have definitely got it over Kendrick Lamar. I don't know. He pulled on my heartstrings. And I just want to say, and he had to come out and say something because so many people was trying to stick up for him, right? I'm going to say, Lil Wayne, keep your head up. And bravo to you because I felt your pain. I appreciate the way you thank the people. And I'm rooting for you too. Savannah, your thoughts?
Diva, I love you, but no. Just because you're from the city that is hosting the Super Bowl doesn't mean that you deserve the biggest stage in the country for that night. I'm trying to figure out, Kendrick Lamar had the biggest song this year is a community activist, has done so many for inner city schools. I've been seeing Kendrick Lamar do so much. I'm trying to figure out what Wayne's argument, this pity party of what you don't deserve to be on the NFL stage, on Super Bowl stage. Nah, I think this was just a way for him to get uh Cash Money and Master P back out there with all his children. And um Super Bowl is supposed to be a night of family, and that's why they curtail to those commercials. There's this like major money spent on Super Bowl, and Cash Money Records and Tony Man is definitely not marketable Super Bowl material for that night. So yeah, Lil Wayne, keep your head up, walk on out the door. That's Kendrick's stage. He deserves it. I think he's going to do an amazing job. I don't think that just because Super Bowl is hosted in your city means, I mean, they're always in NFL. The Super Bowl goes to New Orleans quite a bit. This is the first time that they're griping about it. I don't get it. They don't deserve to be there. It's a non-argument for me. It's Kendrick Lamar all the way. He deserves it.
Well, good God, good. Ooh, I'm trying to pick myself up with Lil Wayne. Felicia, your thoughts? Thank you, Savannah.
Well, Savannah was just speaking facts.
Oh my gosh.
There was a time where I don't remember exactly because I haven't been following the football since Colin Kaepernick. But there was a time when it was primarily either New Orleans, where you had the Super Bowl, or maybe someplace on the West Coast. And then they started to mix it up a little bit. So they've been having, they've had about 10 Super Bowls there. And I did a little research on Lil Wayne's career, and he's been in the business since 1997. So I don't know why you're crying today. I don't know.
My gosh.
Maybe he's sober or something today. I really don't know. But it's also my understanding that Mr. Carter does not have the kind of leverage to put out initially who should and who should not be. There's a committee. They give him a group of names, and then he overlooks these names, and then he meets with his team, and they review who they feel is going to be best. And again, I believe everything is based on economics, and I'm told that no, the headliner is not compensated, but they're given a budget, and they have to manage this budget based on how many other performers that they might have come up, what they're going to do with production, so forth and so on, the practices and everything else. So maybe they didn't think Lil Wayne would be able to even handle that either. Sometimes, because Lil Wayne got a pardon from the 45th president of the United States. So maybe he got confused. Maybe he thinks because he got a pardon, that meant he was supposed to go ahead and be headline and every damn thing else. But no, you're not. And so there was talk that maybe Kendrick was going to do a little reach out and ask him to come up and do a little side something or the other. And all of this whining and looking like I don't know what the hell he said. Sorry. When it come back again next time, no. And no, I'm done.
Can somebody help me out? Is anybody feeling sorry for Lil Wayne like me? Katrina, your thoughts?
They coming for you, Diva.
The thing of it is, Lil Wayne can't even remember his lyrics.
Oh my
He
God.
was with Jay-Z, 2 weeks ago. Maybe Jay-Z saw that he wasn't in his right mind and didn't want to put him on that stage. Because he himself saying that he can't remember the lyrics that he even wrote himself, that he even seen. And he was with Jay-Z 2 weeks ago. Jay-Z also paid off his taxes with $7 million. So it wasn't like Jay-Z is shunning you. Maybe Jay-Z is doing you a favor. So the other people won't see that you is you already look a total mess, but you are a total mess. Maybe he's saving you from some embarrassment because you can't remember your lyrics. You were singing on the stage a few days ago, and you sound like a gremlin. And I hate to say that, Diva. Listen. Yes, he's from New Orleans. I understand that. But maybe if you would have just been quiet, maybe Kendra would have said, "Well, man, you could have been a guest appearance or something like that." You know what I'm saying? But him doing a headliner, no, because see, you got to bring Nicki Minaj and stuff in there on stage, and them clear people don't want no S predators around, because your husband is one. Drake, he ain't too far from one, and none of the people that you do collaboration with. So they don't want that on their stage. Be for real. You got Lil Boosie down there. You have what's his name? Hurricane. What's his name? Chris Hurricane, whatever the boy name. He's down there. It's a lot of people in New Orleans. You got Master P down there. You got Silk the Shocker. Come on. It's a lot of people down there in Louisiana and New Orleans and in that area. But what I'm saying is Lil Wayne is not all
Big
there.
Frida.
I'm sorry. Big Frida. Lil Wayne is not all there. I'm sorry. That substance that he was on has really, really took him away. And then I think he got like a thyroid problem, that is not his fault. But I'm just saying, look at his face and stuff, and those tattoos cause some harm to him as well. He just need to go, like he said, he working on himself. That's what he need to do. I don't think he need to be doing no stage presence. Jay-Z saved you from embarrassment. That's what I think. Because if I think that he was all together whatsoever, I think Jay-Z would have pushed for it. I really do. But the thing of it is, Kendrick got the hottest song. Kendrick's lyrics is family friendly. Kendrick is not out in these streets acting crazy. It just, like Savannah and Felicia said, the market is not on for Lil Wayne. You're not markable. And they're not going to bring you out there. See, you don't have the clout like Eminem have. Because see, Eminem said he wasn't going to perform unless 50 Cent performed. You don't have that clout. You don't have that. And I'm sorry. Like I said, maybe you could have did a guest appearance, but being the headliner, that wasn't finna work. Them little 3 dreads you got on your head, D4 seeing that you going down, that's not finna work. I'm sorry. I feel for him, but that wasn't gonna work either. And yes, he got some hits from back in the day or whatsoever, but Kendrick Lamar is the man that's out there now. That song that he wrote, it's there. That's what people know. You see all kinds of people, not just black, not just white, all kinds of people jamming to the Canadians jamming to that song. He's the hottest thing. So they're gonna do that because they want the promoters, they want the endorsements, they want all that. Them folks is not gonna get no endorsement with Lil Wayne. The Lil Wayne back in the day probably could have got it, but not this Lil Wayne. That's all I got, Diva.
Can we have some forgiveness on this Friday? Tay, are you feeling for Lil Wayne?
I just want him to focus on his health, Diva.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Do everybody remember way back in the early 2000s when he's like retired the music so he focused on his health? I remember he said on his WIKI when he say there that we all know he was on that stuff. I just want him to be better. Stop taking stuff. That's damage your health right there. Do you want to live forever, Lil Wayne? Do you? And Diva, when you show us that video right there, it looked like he got something in the cup. I don't know what is in that cup.
Orange juice.
That ain't look like no orange juice to me. That ain't look like no orange juice at all. That's you know what I'm talking about. Little Hennessy scene right there. Come on, Lil Wayne. You been off the game about how long it's been since you ain't made no new music. Those years right there. Well, I with Katrina on this right here. Sorry, Diva, but Kendra, he make good music right there. Even though I'm not a fan, but when you listen to him, He made a good music like that right there. I'm sorry, Lil Wayne. That's all, diva.
Oh God. Wayne, thank you, Tay Tay. Wayne, are you going to give Little Wayne some grace and mercy?
Well, all I can say is that millions and millions of people watch the Super Bowl.
Okay.
It's one of the just the biggest things in this country.
Right.
And I can only think that whatever board they have, whatever, they have to look and see, like the choices that they have. And for example, like they said that Lil Wayne was pardoned, whatever, by Trump, right? Don't you think people that thinking like, do you think we want somebody like that? Controversial, whatever. But also with Lil Wayne, I have to say it though. This is just a case of embarrassment. He's embarrassed. I don't know, I could be hurt. I think he's just embarrassed because he thought he should have been on there. I'm not even into this kind of music, but I know that's not like us. That's not like us. That's all you hear. So why would you put somebody up there that look like he does have a little health issue and push him, beyond his capacity? And I have to say it. I agree with Savannah and Felicia. This man doesn't deserve to be on the stage.
Oh my gosh.
He doesn't. I mean, not a headliner. Not a headliner. It's, if anything, what he should have said. I think what he should have said that, because they say that Hendrick Lamar looks up to Lil Wayne. It should be a thing like, hey, I'm gonna pass the reins to you. I'm glad for you. Just like when Nicki Minaj was the queen of hip hop or whatever you want to call her. And then when Cardi B came on, they was like saying, okay, she's the thing now. Kind of step aside. His time, and like I say, he's been around since 1997. And this would have been a nice payday for him. But I think it's like, Lil Wayne, nothing personal. Nothing personal. But we got to go with this fella right here. They've probably done mock juries, not juries, but, surveys and, talking to people to see who they prefer, all kind of stuff to come to these decisions. It's money involved in this, millions of dollars. And he don't look like millions right now.
Oh my gosh.
Felicia always said it comes down to economics, and they don't see what he can bring to the table as far as talent. Not saying he's a bad singer or whatever, but it's just not your time. Nothing personal. And I think if he went out and says, hey, congratulations, my brother. I'm glad you got it. I'm behind you. Yeah, I would have liked to have it, but hey, you got it. And I'm behind you 100%.
Wayne, I'm sorry. Lil Wayne, I'm trying to get some grace and mercy and love your way. I felt your lie was heartfelt. Julius, your thoughts? Lil Wayne, keep your head up.
Lil Wayne is the company he keeps. His mouthpiece, Nicki Minaj, is bad press. His other protege, Drake, is also almost bad press. And Lil Wayne himself is also bad press, so we're not even gonna go there. Yes, has he done philanthropy, charity work? Absolutely. But that's not a guarantee for a Super Bowl spotlight, right? Not a guarantee at all. His last popular album came out in 08. I know, I was 15 and we was bumping it like crazy. Okay? Now, after that, he fell off. He wasn't putting in the effort. His ego got too big. So, should he have been asked to perform as headliner? Absolutely not. Where has he been these last 10 years? I have not heard a record from him in the last 10 years, and I don't even like the trashy, ratchet music. Because, and he knows better. He's been in this game almost how long? 30 years? Almost 30 years? So, still being on the ego trip, you want to say that you're hurt. You want to say that you're heartbroken. But your recent work has shown a disastrous mess. And nobody wants to put up with that. Nobody. And you know, I do tune in and watch the Super Bowl halftime performance now. I ain't a fan of Kendrick. I ain't into his music. So I'm not going to tune in this year, but that's just me. I'm my early 2000s and back in my gospel music on Sundays or whenever I'm feeling down. But congrats to Kendrick for having this opportunity. I will be sitting it out. And Lil Wayne, come off your ego high horse and tell your mouthpiece Minaj to mind her tongue because she has her own mess going on.
Good thing I know he on my head because I would be pulling it out tonight. Just no great.
Nicki Minaj, hold on, Diva. Nicki Minaj only came out to say all that stuff, and then she was marketing her tennis shoes.
Yeah, listen. I did a poll. Are you feeling for Lil Wayne? 58% said no. 41% said yes. I'll take it. 29 people took the poll. At least almost half of the people are feeling a little something for Wayne. Y'all just being mean tonight on a Friday night. I don't understand it. I'm confused.
It's Friday the 13th.
It's Friday the
They got
13th.
Jason.
Oh,
They got Jason chasing behind him. Yeah,
is that
Jason
what
out
it
there.
is? That's what
Yeah,
it is. Well, let me go
Jason out there in the streets.
let me go ahead and roll into the feel good story. You know, the title tonight was painful. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let me go ahead and share screen.
Less than 10% of the history taught in America's classrooms focuses on the story of Black Americans, according to one survey. But a woman in Montgomery, Alabama, made it her life's work to help African American families piece together their history. In tonight's Eye on America, CBS's James Brown pays tribute to Frine Taylor, who died this summer, but tells us how her legacy will live on through her work and the thousands of lives she touched.
It may seem like a blur of information.
That index may be what I want.
But if you know what you're looking for, like genealogist Frine Taylor, small clues quickly reveal the story of a real person.
I used to like detective stories. That's what family history is. You having a little piece of here and a little piece there.
For some Black Americans, they are pieces of a picture shattered by systemic racism. At Alabama State University, Taylor spent decades as an archivist sifting through records where humans are identified only by numbers. Names are misspelled, and racially segregated records leave holes in family trees.
How important is it for particularly young people that they know their history?
Self-worth, that's important. I can sit here and tell you about my family all the way down to some parts of slavery. I feel proud of that.
In the decades after the Civil War, Black Americans owned an estimated 16 million acres of land. But by the turn of the century, 90% of that had been lost or stolen, amounting to a near $326 billion loss in wealth.
Will we ever know the full extent of enslaved people and their involvement?
Well, no, we won't. No, we won't. Because the records are not there.
I have that one.
For Josephine Bowling McCall, Taylor helped uncover the truth about her father's life and death.
In doing family history, we start with ourselves and work backwards.
Elmore Bowling was lynched in 1947 when McCall was just 5 years old.
Some people were lynched for merely crossing the street in front of a white person. My father was lynched because he was doing good. He had not committed a crime. They wanted to cut him down because he was making the wrong example for blacks in the community.
And that wrong example was?
Achievement and helping others to achieve.
How long did you stay mad?
I've never been mad.
How would you describe it, Miss McCall?
Hurt. Hurt.
When we spoke, Taylor was partially retired and undergoing chemo, but her passion for teaching was untouched.
Talk to the oldest person in your family.
Up until her death, she continued to encourage the next generation to keep looking at the past, sharing her knowledge with archivist Kashonda Murphy.
The past is important because it gives us insight into the future. If you don't know where you're from, you don't know what's ahead of you.
You've encouraged that we do that even if it makes us mad.
It will make you mad. It'll make you where you do not want to do any more research, but who's going to do it? And document it so that that grandkid or that kid can be proud of their family. Not what happened to, but because of who they were.
And we can all be proud of who Frazean Taylor was. For Eye on America, James Brown, Montgomery, Alabama.
This story was a very interesting story, especially because I did not do this particular story tonight, but there was a young man, I got to go back to it. I want to say he was in college and he went missing. And when they found him, he had something around his neck and he's not alive. And they're trying to act like there was no foul play. A lot is still going on. All I could say is, everybody, just know, take care of yourselves. Watch out for your loved ones. Forgiveness and grace. And understand and know, like I said before, you are more than enough. Gonna go ahead and close out with playing this song. Y'all know the routine. If y'all didn't hit the like button on the way in, hit it on the way out. I appreciate each and every time that y'all come and y'all spend time with me for this trending topics. Thank you so much. I hope y'all all have an amazing weekend, and I'll see y'all next time.
Forgive me for thinking less of myself. Forgive me for thinking that no one could ever love me. When you've been right here, right by my side, showing me that you would never leave me. I'm more than enough, he told me. More of you, he requires more of you. In time you will see, he's all that you need. He has been thinking less of myself. Oh, forgive me for thinking that no one could ever love me, when you've been right here, right